I am here today to shine a bit of fun, a bit of light on our lockdown situations, our house arrests. Back with another New Age review video, so hopefully helps enlighten people. This is a very, very highly requested woman. I'm getting lots of videos of her sent to me, lots of messages that her involvement, her very strong involvement with QAnon, the Q Psyop, Charlie Freak, all that crowd that basically is blatantly a psyop. Hillary Clinton is still at large, Tom Hanks is still at large, there's no evidence of children being saved. It's a saviour program, it's getting people to not take responsibility for making change in the world. It's keeping people passive, that we've already won, that someone is sorting out all of our problems. Huge, huge, huge psyop, and she is very central to the whole thing. What she does is she brings a very new age spiritual dynamic to that psyop. She's a channeler. Those of you that have been watching my channel for a while know that I don't agree with channeling at all. I think people that channel are channeling false white light, deceptive beings. I've had first-hand experience of being around people that do that. In the channel there will be 70% truth, and then there'll be the dump in the punch bowl, which will lead people into more deception and ultimately into a cul-de-sac. So the very fact that she is working with channel material is really the dump in the punch bowl anyway, because same with the Q movement, it indicates that there is someone or something else or some kind of beings that have all the answers, that know more than we do, gets us to distrust our own internal dialogue, our own inner knowing, and really just gets us to look outside of ourselves. And when we do that, we are open to deception and all that kind of stuff. So I found it very interesting to do a video on her. This is a video I wanted to do because she's been heavily promoting that people watch it. So as always, it's a hard watch. I don't know whether it's the energy of these people or the messages or just the whole thing. I just find it very, very difficult to watch through. But let's go through it and see what we can pick out and see what we can find. So here we go.
It is most important that the leaders and teachers within your truth-seeking communities become aware of the changes that are now moving into play within your physical reality. It is advisable that the high-level conduits and channels are looked towards as reliable sources of intel, if you will.
Yeah, just trust channelers. I love the way that starts off. Please, just trust channelers. Channeling more deceptive interdimensional beings. This video unfortunately doesn't have a video of Magenta Pixie. A lot of her videos don't. So unfortunately we have to watch this gobbledygook in the background. So we can't really pick up the feel of her energy through this. We can pick it up through her voice. Yeah, in previous videos she just sort of sits there in like a broom cupboard with clothes in the background. It's a little bit bizarre. Again, what I've noticed with her, as I have with a lot of the other New Agers, when you look at the eyes, it's almost like the lights are on and no one's home. I found that quite frequently with a lot of channelers or people that are working, you know, with angels and all this kind of stuff. But
as unless you are an intuitive empath yourself, or have access to one you resonate with fully, you may not know who is who as this new shift occurs. For there are many that are cabal-controlled, that you, truth-seekers, are aware of.
The irony.
That want to leave this control, and are preparing to leave this control. When they do this, their agenda shall match yours. The removal of the cabal, deep state rule, and the return to freedom.
Who's removing the deep state? Is it Trump? Let me guess, it's Trump, right?
What we are saying here is that those you have marked as cabal will no longer be so. Intuitive empathy will be one of the most reliable ways to know who is part of the hive mind matrix.
No, it won't. Intuitive empathy will not figure out who is part of the cabal. The way we figure out who is part of the cabal is by discernment, by deep critical thinking and introspection and feeling into that person's energy and what they're saying. It's not just empathy, or, you know, what feels nice.
And who has broken free and joins with the organic matrix of light. There will be those, perhaps that you may know as insider or whistleblower, who will also come forward to inform the truth-seeking world of these changeovers. Via channels, conduits, clairvoyants and psychics, and the insider, informant, whistleblower path. These are the two streams of reliable information given to you. Those who stand for the organic matrix of light.
Here we go. So there's people within the political stream that are fighting for humanity. Yeah, right. Cool story.
So that they may communicate with with you, inhabitants of Earth, in real time. So let us present again those three streams. Intuitive empathic stream, channels, conduits, clairvoyants and psychics. Insider informant whistleblower stream.
Notice she never says yourself. She never says yourself. Channelers, politicians, whistleblowers.
Within communities and groups that have been focused upon the takedown of the cabal for many years.
QAnon.
Emergency channel use, outside of your worldwide internet web, reserved only for leaders within your political arena. Within each of these three streams of information, there are potential issues for you.
I've got to keep mentioning this weird patterns across the screen, right? Because colours have frequencies, and it's all kind of very hypnotic, right? If I'm feeling like a lot of these videos I do, you kind of feel like you're going in a trance. A lot of people have agreed with me when I've said that. The voice, the way they use the voice, it's almost like you're in a hypnosis session, and then you've got all this weird patterns, and then you look at the colour red and blue here, right? Okay, so the colour red to the subconscious, that means pay attention, it means stop, it means emergency. So it's very, it's very powerful to the subconscious. And then you have the blue in with that. The frequency of blue is very suggestive. So when information is coming across, that blue is also making that very suggestive to your subconscious. This is why when you look at news channels like CNN and BBC, they use a lot of red and blue, and that's not by accident, that's by design. So I also feel that with this, it's also very much by design, very hypnotic. There's a lot of suggestible patterns, images, and if you're untrained in this kind of mind control stuff, then you'll just completely miss it, and it will bypass and it will filter into your subconscious.
One will find it a challenge to decipher the reliable...
See, this is the other thing which the New Age is this idea that you have a particular timeline that you have to align with, okay? One is the quote-unquote New Earth, which is very New Agey, or 5D. And the other one, if you don't believe that Trump and the cabal is being taken down by Trump, then you are somehow aligning with a lesser timeline where you're not going to be on this New Earth timeline. So to the naive and to the people in woo-woo, their minds are in woo-woo, they just feel like all they need to do is align with this New Age, New Earth 5D timeline and do nothing. And sit there, do nothing, the cabal's being taken down, I'm on the 5D timeline, and my experience is going to be this New Earth. And of course, it's not, because it's bullshit.
Also holds those...
There's the old chakra lotus flowers for good measure.
Discernment is needed.
Wow, she mentioned it. Credit where it's due.
To discern and decipher.
Discern, but just trust channelers. You see the deception there? She's telling you on the one hand to discern, but then she's telling you to trust channelers. Trusting beings. We don't know who they are. So how is that discerning? It's not discerning at all. She doesn't actually mean discern, because if she meant discern, she would say, you need to discern even channeled material. And I say to people on my channel, you discern what I'm saying. Don't believe everything I'm saying. It's all got to feel right for you. But it's very clever. It's like doublespeak. It's like discern, but trust channelers. You see what I mean? This is why people get so caught up in this New Age, and it's so damn dangerous.
Conduits and psychics. Be open to
I'll pass on that one, thanks.
collaboration with researchers, whistleblowers, scientific minds and thinkers.
Science? Really? Really? Science? Government-sponsored scientists indoctrinated in university for 5 years. Science that's telling us now to wear 3 masks.
Be open to working with those who come from a more spiritual outlook, the channels, conduits and...
In other words, the New Age movement. Trust people that come from the New Age movement. Trust channelers, conduits. You see the deception. The fluffy music. Look, rainbow, look, I've paused it again, the rainbow symbol. The rainbow is so powerful to the subconscious mind. Full of symbology here. Suggestive things that are going to embed this information in people's mind. This video is completely satanic.
Psychics that stand in alignment to light with their broadcasts. Individual...
Of course, the rainbow aligns with the chakra system as well. Stars as well. You see the star there? This is why a lot of newspapers are named, certainly in the UK, the Star, the Sun. chocolate bars, Milky Way, Mars bar. Because we're cosmic, they often name their products after stars and planets and stuff like that. Because again, it's very appealing to our subconscious. So here we've got rainbows, we've got stars, we've got Saturn rings, we've got monarch butterflies.
That seek the truth. Look to collaborative informations within yourselves.
So take information from channelers and embody it. Okay, sounds like a plan.
Be the conduit.
Yeah, be the channel, be the conduit, be the mouthpiece for the BS that's coming from the channeler and the nine, whoever the F they are. So you can just repeat to other people and spread all this false like BS.
And shall be guided and led to the truth wherever it may.
Yeah, just be guided, you know, there's no internal guidance. Man, if I wasn't aware, I would be hypnotised right now. Not only by her voice, but by all these pictures and colours and stuff. What she's doing is she's using many different ways to hook people in. Again, very clever, very subtle.
Of their programming and shake off the cabal as if shake.
Well, I'm seeing a very different picture. Using the UK as an example, they're now wheeling out all the celebrities to push the poison dart. Latest Elton John and Michael Caine, they all look pretty much on the same page, if you ask me. And I've said before, these Satanists, they don't mess around. They're not divided like we are. They're very much on the same page. So I don't see much evidence of breaking ranks there. You know, so again, that is questionable at best. We all need to be leaders. Everyone has the potential to be leaders. Again, she's encouraging people to look at leaders. Once we all become leaders, this world changes on a dime. The problem has been our incessant pursuit of leaders and saviours and believing that we individually have no power or can't make changes. She's not encouraging self-sovereignty. This is the problem. Nothing that she has spoken about has encouraged any form of self-sovereignty, that we are who we've been waiting for. We as individuals have that potential to be leaders. I think that the whole concept of aliens is not true. I definitely believe in interdimensional entities and, you know, the likes of greys coming in and out of dimensions, but the actual, you know, physical landing of aliens is part of, you know, another agenda which ties into Project Bluebeam and potentially a false alien invasion with using holographic technology. So again, it's pushing the whole UFO movement. You know, you've got the likes of, what's his name, Greer, that reptilian looking guy and all that stuff.
Look to your moon and other planetary bodies.
Yeah, look to the moon. The moon, it's an inorganic Death Star, which is playing on the emotional energy of, or the emotions of the planet, i.e. the oceans, pulling on the oceans, and then the emotional bodies of the women here, on their cycles, and is projecting the Matrix program down from Saturn, which amplifies it. Yeah, just look on the moon. Just trust the moon.
As true.
I'm feeling really tripped out by this. I feel like I'm on some kind of psychedelic trip. You just don't use that as a background unless there's something, you know, there's something very, very nefarious about that. The way the nine talk down on us, we say again, you're just idiots, but we say, listen to us. Guys, this is such a hard watch now. Thanks for sticking with me. Stick with me to the end, guys. I know it's, many of you watching this will find this a hard watch, but stick with me.
Multidimensional truth and information within. For those within unity consciousness, you are already there.
There's the dump in the punch bowl. You are already there, guys. You don't have to do anything. Don't take any action. You're already there. You're stuck in your home. You're not allowed to do anything. You can go to the supermarket. You will get arrested if you sit on a park bench, but you're already there.
You already experience the new timeline and thus the new world.
Might take a rain check. People actually believe this shit. And guys, what I want to make clear is I do not say that we cannot shift into a better version of reality. I want to make that clear, right? I absolutely believe that we can, and I actually do think that we will. But we're not going to do that by just sitting back thinking we've won and floating on our cloud with a rainbow-coloured joint in our mouth.
And for you, all of this is the distraction. Remember, dear starseeds, who stand within the zero-point field of pure awareness, forgive those who leave the dark structure.
Yeah, just forgive evil. Just forgive another massive telltale sign that this woman is not of the true light. Just forgive people that are abusing children. Just forgive people that have bombed innocent people in faraway lands. Just forgive people that are culling the elderly with the poison dart. You don't just forgive that stuff. Some stuff is unforgivable, and to forgive stuff like that is, what she's saying is unbelievable. really. I don't believe this whole idea of 5D. It's probably nowhere near what is accessible in our true nature. It's probably just another trap. I'm going to stop that there. Guys, that was it. A whole load of toilet. I've got my New Age vomit bucket next to me. Just a whole load of baloney, loads of deceptions, getting people to stand down in action, getting people to trust channelers, at the same time being discerning. Where do you start? Heavily involved with QAnon, this woman. Share the video, and I'm going to go because there's drilling going on here, which is really irritating. And I will see you on the next one. Much love to you all. Take care.